the Third Assembly, I wish to bring to your attention Standing Order number 27, paragraph 3 and 4, which requires that, I quote, when delivering an address to the County Assembly, the Governor shall be heard in silence, and the address shall not be followed by any comment or question. 2. Whenever the Governor delivers an address, a member may, as soon as practicable, thereafter, lay the address on the table of the County Assembly following the reading of such address. Honorable members, in reference to the above provisions, His Excellency, the Governor will be heard in silence while addressing the Assembly. The gubernatorial address will thereafter be tabled later in the Assembly for debate. I call upon you to familiarize yourselves with the address in preparation for the debate during subsequent sitting of the County Assembly after it has been laid. Honorable members, I now invite His Excellency, the third governor and second governor, so to speak, of the county government of Makueni, and the first and the second senator was served from 2014 up to the just concluded elections to address this august house. I thank you. Welcome, Your Excellency.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Speaker of the County Assembly, Douglas Mbilu, the Deputy Governor, Excellency Lucy Muleli, Deputy Speaker, Honorable Francis Mwania, Clerk, Kevin Mutuku, Leader of the Majority, Chalo Mungo, Leader of the Minority, Honorable Jadis Kalunda, Majority Whip, Honorable Magdalene Mulwa, Minority Whip, Honorable Mesha Kali, Chairs of the County Assembly Sectoral Committees, I hope you have selected, members of the County Assembly, members of the County Executive Committee present, chief officers, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Speaker, sir, it gives me great pleasure to be here today. And let me add, the last time I spoke as senator, I went to a different side, and today I've taken the right side. Shows the difference of what happens when you're elected to a different position. The members of this assembly are people of great minds, boundless energy, and resilient men and women who have selflessly offered themselves to serve the people of Makueni. Let me say at this onset, I take this opportunity to congratulate all of you on your election to the County Assembly after a very rigorous campaign. I may add, also expensive. Similarly, I congratulate those who were nominated to serve by various political parties as members of this assembly. Mr. Speaker, I'm grateful to the people of Makueni for electing me as their senator twice and for honoring me yet again by electing me as their second governor of this great county. I say thank you, thank you, thank you once again to the people of Makueni County. To those who are new in this assembly, I welcome you to the onerous duty of being the people's advocates, supporter, human rights champions, comforter, protector, and many other expectations that the people of Makueni have placed on you. To those returning to this house, this is a new season, a new beginning, and a new direction. We call upon you to chart the path and hold the hands of the new members in fulfilling the mandate of the members of County Assembly of Makueni. I need not remind you, members, the public is watching us very keenly. Mr. Speaker, sir, the drive to get socio-economic justice for the people of Makueni, eliminate perennial famine, and see an end to the acute water shortage, Mr. Speaker, is an onerous task that has been bestowed upon us. Indeed, the deplorable state of roads and infrastructure in Makueni, dry riverbeds, silted water ponds, dried crops, emaciated livestock should encourage all of us to make tremendous sacrifices as leaders this time and in the future. My inspiration to serve the people of Makueni is founded on the hope that we can leapfrog development from the strides made by the first governor, Professor Kivutha Kibwana, and his team. My predecessor in the past two administrations had an onerous task of setting up devolution, learning, and shaping systems along the way. As you may all remember, it was not an easy task for him. As we embark on the third cycle of devolution, I ask all of you not to repeat the mistakes of the past. Mr. Speaker, sir, earlier today, I forwarded the name of 11 nominees for the positions of county executive members of Makueni and county attorney in fulfillment of the requirements of Article 197 of the Constitution and the County Attorney Act. It is my hope that this House will expedite the vetting of these men and women picked by the selection panel. We have a lot to do. Mr. Speaker, sir, my aspiration to make Makueni a progressive and vibrant county, where the well-being of every county, my aspiration is to make Makueni a progressive and vibrant county, where the well-being of every citizen is a top priority. For the better part of 2022, my campaign teams and I traversed the county popularizing our manifesto, whose clarion call is Waoni Wakwe Kanesa no Lungalu, which in English translates to passion to serve with integrity. Retrospectively, this slogan gained currency years ago when I began interacting with the electorate as Senator of Makueni. Day after day, week after week, we encountered scores of residents of Makueni who were unable to pay school fees, buy food, access medical care, find clean water, or get a job, even after graduation. Members, these harsh realities impacted on my decision to stand out to be counted as the second governor to lead the county's holistic and sustainable development agenda. This desire is focused on the basic needs of the vast majority of the county. The reflections on the starting point. As I stand here this afternoon, members, I'm fully aware of the expectations that the citizens have placed in our hands. As we start our executive and legislative roles, let us remember that the citizens have delegated to us their sovereign power. It is our duty to act diligently to execute our responsibility. In the words of New York Times columnist William Safire, when duty calls, that is when character counts. We therefore cannot fail when duty calls. I wish to remind you, honorable members, that of this honorable House of important milestones in the devolution process. On 4th of August 2010, Kenyans historically voted in favor of a new constitution that replaced the 1969 constitution. This new constitution introduced new concepts and a change in the way of government. This gave birth to the current institutional arrangements to deliver devolution. It is against this background, dear members, that we begin a process of consolidating the milestones covered so far and strategizing to deepen devolution results at the county level. The Transitional Authority, now defunct, invoking the Transition to Develop Government Act number 1 of 2012 through legal notice number 183 of 9th of August 2013, transferred to county governments 14 functions in line with Article 187 of the Kenyan Constitution. Fourth schedule. The last general elections of 9th of August 2022 were the third since the birth of devolution and transfer of its functions to the sub-county governments in 2013. Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm happy to note that the key institutions, policy, and legislative agenda have now been put in place to deliver these functions. The extent of devolution to the decentralized level is a great starting point. We must ensure that services are delivered at the lowest level possible. This is what devolution that citizens aspire to have. We have made milestones in political and administrative decentralization. It is time, members, to actualize fiscal decentralization. We have to ensure economic decentralizations that focuses on affirming the sovereignty of the people in taking charge of their development and participate in development benefits. Makueni, as lucky as we may have, has systems and procedures for effective management of public resource. The government has pronounced itself and embraced best practices of international standards in public delivery, including the doctrine of separation of powers, open governance, result-based management, ISO certification, customer service charter, and use of rapid appraisal initiative, famously known as RRI, which aim to promote accountability, transparency, and detection of corruption risks through service delivery processes. Mr. Speaker, sir, to deliver the desired results, there is need to fully operationalize the government governance structures to manage the public resource. The existence of key policies, development plans, such as the Makueni Vision 2025, the County Spatial Plan, amongst others, provide the impetus to sustainable development. We will now be working to ensure a seamless linkage between the policies, budgets, and programs to deliver development outcomes. We are among the counties that have been put on the forefront, ensuring that we have policies and legislation. Moving forward, we need to ensure all functions have attendant legal instruments to support delivery of services. We will periodically be evaluating the implementation of policies and make necessary amendments. On this, Mr. Speaker, I have no doubt you have up to the task. Public policy making in the county will be informed by evidence and responsive to the needs of citizens. We have a set of bills, political and a charter, that have lapsed when this House adjourned sine die. We will soon submit all the policies and all the bills that lapsed for consideration and approval. Arising from the above and management initiatives, Mr. Speaker, the gross county product stands at 111 billion. The monetary poverty stands at 34.5, while multidimensional poverty is at 67.2. The equitable share has increased from 4.3 billion in 2013 to 8.13 billion in 2021-2022, while allocation for conditional grants have grown from 129 million to 1.18 billion this financial year. We want to grow our economy, and to attain this, we need to have strong partnerships, encourage cooperation and integration at SECEB level. We need global, regional, and national collaboration to successfully address our local challenges in the rapidly globalizing world economy. This county has great expectations for sustainable growth and future development. We excel in key sectors such as academics, sports, arts, culture, renowned producer of mangoes and oranges, avocados and horticulture. Makueni is home to some of the most well-educated people in Kenya, and resilient residents who have shown great bravery against vagaries of weather and historically skewed allocation of resources. This county is home to Konza Techno City and Thwake Multipurpose Dam, both of which have great potential to enhance food security through crop irrigation and create employment in the service sector. The development of tourism and hospitality industry. We must work together to ensure the requisite governance mechanisms will formulate and implement sound policies and provide public services effectively. It is imperative for us to utilize the natural resources responsibly to ensure that they will support the current and future development initiatives. We have a duty to pass to the next generation a well-governed and conserved natural resource. The natural resource in the county, whether it's sand, forest, minerals, must be transformed into sustainable prosperity in an effective and transparent manner. There is an opportunity, dear members, to advance marketing of our produce, including our juice at Makueni Fruit Processing Plant, lentils and grains produced with the Makueni Grain Processing Plant. We are committed to add value to our products and have a clear sight on the end-to-end value chain with a view to empower our small-scale farmers. We must now make every effort to market our produce. In the meetings I've held with the stakeholders during the campaigns, their rallying call was farmers need access to markets. Our new line of ready-to-drink juice and water called Mist is the ultimate game changer. Kalamba management must now change from production of juice to top-notch marketing. The board is hiring a new chief executive, and I hope they consider marketing as a key role of the new team. The March to May long rains marked the fourth below average season across most Eastern Africa, which includes Makueni. The continuous decline in livestock productivity and crop production is resulting in below average food availability. Livestock deaths due to the drought and crop failure continue to constrain households, food availability and income. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the middle of a crisis. Provisional data results for the long rain suggest that there will be severe deterioration in food consumption and acute malnutrition following the below average March to May long rains. An estimated 219,427, approximately 55,000 households as at June 2022 are in need of humanitarian assistance. Outcomes are likely to worsen to severe levels in October this year, despite plans for food aid distributions. This trend, coupled with the forecast of a historic fifth consecutive poor rainfall season in the late 2020, raises concern for a risk of famine. High staple food prices are constraining household purchasing power and food access in both urban and rural areas. I'll speak to this in great detail at the end of my speech. What is the outlook, dear members? The ongoing 2023-2027 County Development Plan, CIDP3, is based on my 10-point agenda in my manifesto. The plan is for transformational leadership and integrates development that meets the needs of the citizens, creates jobs and grants them prosperity and good health. We have our eyes fixed on the overall goal of transforming the livelihoods of our people by reducing poverty and inequalities. Equitable development, growth of county economy, and environment conservation. These goals are founded on the key pillars in my manifesto: prioritizing the people, good governance and service delivery, and last but not least, strategic partnerships and innovation and sustainability. Mr. Speaker, sir, Makueni is a great county and there's no doubt about that. From the days of the larger Makueni district, we have always shined. Even as we sit here today, 10 years down the devolution journey, I am convinced beyond doubt that as a people, we have a greater imprint to make the world's history. It is this conviction that we must act upon to shape the future together. We must renew our vows and commitment to deliver a new, greater Makueni. Our past can only serve as a springboard. The prioritization of our strategic direction is premised on the principle that when we deliver on our key sectors, we will accelerate growth in the others. Today, we reaffirm the never-ending desire by our citizens to be water secure. When we address water access, we will reap great dividends from the multiplier effects to other sectors such as agriculture, nutrition, education, and livelihoods. We will not rest until we provide quality and adequate water to each household. As we do so, we will strengthen water governance in all our projects. Recently, in a meeting with the donor partners, they stressed the water governance issue. And in a project in Kalawa Ward, this came up as one of the sticking points. So this issue is critical. I've discovered this issue is a thorn in the flesh, even for our partners. The quest to provide quality water will not make any logical sense if we do not protect our natural resources and environment. I am committed to setting up a laboratory for soil testing and other forms of investigation, particularly on agriculture, as a way of ensuring that we have clean water. We have not only clean water, but we can also help us access a very huge fund that is called Water Trust Fund. Food insecurity worsens poverty levels and widens the inequalities in any society. As a county, we have a dark history of food insecurity and dependence on food relief. We must commit to building a food resilient system that ensures all people and at all times have access to food. We must produce not only for the consumption, but for the market. We in government will promote climate smart technology. Most of you possibly saw a clip on Citizen on climate smart technology, innovation and practices in agriculture, value addition to our mangoes, avocados, macadamia, coffee, green grams, amongst others. We must streamline marketing for crops and livestock products and establish aggregation centers and revitalize the cooperative movement. We in government are in the process of engaging the National Cereals Board for purposes of getting quality seeds and finally find market for our maize, beans, cowpeas, and other products. In the budget that was passed by the last assembly, we have established that only 9 counties budgeted for seeds. We are asking you to find the other wards a budget for them to get seeds too. That is the way to start building equality amongst our counties. Quality infrastructure enables and contributes to economic growth and development by reducing costs of production and directly supporting economic production. We work together with the national government agencies on roads, transport, electricity, ICT to increase the efficiency in the operations of all decentralized and local production centers. Recently had a meeting with the contractors doing our major roads on the Kenya rural urban roads, and we are comfortable that if we work together, we can make sure that our roads are done well, particularly the ones of under the national government. Increasing motorable roads and bridges will be prioritized within the wards and connecting with neighboring counties. Dear members, it is amazing that we have not optimized the fiber optic cable that runs on our main road from Machakos to Wote and up to the county commissioner's office. This national resource is a gold mine for IT development and an opportunity to provide meaningful employment and opportunity for a already disgruntled youthful population. Mr. Speaker, every citizen has a right to highest attainable standards of health. This is a right we must meet. The gains made in the last decade of devolution must be sustained, improved, and advanced through reprioritization in health expenditure to focus more on preventive healthcare and quality management. When every household has access to adequate balanced food, clean water will have reduced a huge proportion of health cases in our hospitals. I call upon the medical fraternity to rededicate themselves to the mission of saving lives. While I do so, I salute those nurses, clinical officers, and medical superintendents who have worked so hard, long hours, to ensure our people get good medical care. Human capital is a requirement for socio-economic transformation. Quality education and training of ECD and youth in the county technical training institutes will be prioritized. Employment generation coupled with improved employability is a priority concern of this government. I am committed to facilitate employment programs that provide guaranteed opportunities through the proposed industrial parks. The demand for work itself is influenced by several factors, such as rainfall pattern, availability of alternative remunerative employment opportunities, as well as prevailing unskilled wage rates. We have to deal with this matter and leverage on county resources benefiting any individual contractor. With that benefit, we have to deal with the matter and leverage on county resources. This includes addressing youth unemployment, development of their knowledge and skills, as well as increasing their competitiveness in the job market through entrepreneurship, promotion, empowerment initiatives, mainstream across all sectors. Mr. Speaker, sir, land and natural resources are key factors of production. which must be harnessed sustainably. As the global climate change, researchers and scientists are warning that this will be the next pandemic. Makueni County, being an arid and semi-arid area, ASAL, remains susceptible to the effects of climate change. In pursuit of economic growth, we must make environmental conservation a top priority in the county in picking the proposed county executive members and the team that will follow. I have taken cognizance of the fact that land factor is a key to our collective prosperity as a county. Urban areas remain key centers and nodes of growth. The world is rapidly urbanizing. Kenya and the county are not an exception. We are conscious of changing settlement dynamics and settlement patterns. Our intervention will be to improve livability in the urban areas by providing the requisite infrastructure and basic services. Ladies and gentlemen and members of this assembly, we are in discussions with development partners in an effort to fast-track planning of our major towns, Kibwezi, Makindu, Emali, Sultan Ahmud, Mtito, and many others, and thereafter issue title deeds, which documents will enable the owners of these properties improve their livelihoods. In history, the Ukamba dominated the Kenya long-distance trade. This demonstrated aggressiveness and gave the community an identity in trade and development. We must restore that aggressive, co-creating and revitalizing entrepreneurship, business culture, and growing the SME sector. We will create a facilitative and enabling environment for the private sector to thrive and participate effectively in the socio-economic development. Transformation will be possible if there is clear link between agricultural production to industrial economy. Since agriculture and industries are interdependent, our investment in agriculture and commercialization of agricultural value chains shall be complemented by equal investment in industrialization. Mr. Speaker, allow me to highlight a few achievements that we have made since assuming office. Mr. Speaker, sir, upon assuming office, we have taken it upon ourselves through the 4 foundational pillars in my manifesto by prioritizing the people of Makueni. I have transferred several functions to the board of Wote Municipality. This was gazetted, and we shall soon be submitting to the House the Emali Sultan Ahmud Municipality Charter for approval. These developments are not only geared towards better management of our municipalities, it is an avenue, members of this House, to attract investors. As I stated in my last speech as Senator, Wote is dysfunctional. We must fix the water problem. We must fix the sanitation problem. We must fix the waste management problem urgently. I look forward to fast-tracking the budget approvals in order to put the Wote Municipality Board in funds to activate some of these processes. Members, we are in discussions on the upcoming upgrade of Makueni Market, and Sultan Ahmud Market is also in the pipeline. This is, in my view, one of the methods of upscaling our own source revenue. It is also my proposed solution to improving the livelihoods of the people of Makueni. We must transform our markets to business centers. In the few days I've been in office, we have recast the revenue department by placing a specific individual in charge of land rates and another individual in charge of daily revenue. I have ordered over 40 enforcement officers to be seconded to this new outfit for better management. We will train these officers in due course. All sub-county revenue teams are on notice that I will not allow pilferage, laziness, or shortcuts. This outfit and team will soon translate into a full enforcement team with possible prosecutorial powers to those who violate any of the laws that we have passed. At a later date, members, I propose we set up a replica of the Kenya Revenue Authority the Makueni Revenue Authority. The discussions on approval of the valuation role as another source of our revenue are ongoing. I will in due course cause this exercise to be expedited. We are overtaxing our residents, yet we have a big revenue stream on land rates which has never been exploited. As your governor, I am waiting for my invoice to pay land rates, and so should you. On matters concerning land ownership and utilization, we have agreed with the county commissioner to put our physical planners and surveyors in the land control boards in each sub-county. The idea is to expedite this exercise, but also collect some revenue. To address the never-ending menace of human-wildlife conflict, we have instructed the contractor working on the electrifying border in Mutula to speed up the work expected to be completed by December 2022. We recently, in collaboration with KWS, evacuated 400 elephants from Titwande, Masongaleni, and part of Kitise-Kithuke wards, and successfully moved them to Tsavo National Park. Elephants are causing havoc in Kibwezi East, particularly Mutitwande, parts of Masakundogo, etc. We will soon find a permanent solution. I urge residents to be patient, but request Kenya Wildlife Service to request for backup. The stories I have heard on destruction of water tanks and other facilities by elephants is extremely disturbing. To ensure effective and accountable leadership, we have prepared and submitted to this assembly the financial year 2023-2024 annual development plan, and we have also forwarded the financial statements for the year 2021-2022 to the government statutory bodies. In mobilizing resources, we have established the land-based revenue property taxes unit in the revenue directed to enhance revenue collection. Overall, we are strengthening the public finance management process, including strengthening linkage between policy, plans, and budget. Currently, dear members, we are in the process of preparation of the third CIDP, which will be submitted to this House for approval. The County Pending Bills Committee and the Audit Committee are working to ensure that the pending bills are audited and reviewed for accuracy. In line with the advisory by the EACC, we will settle all approved pending bills and submit those not verified to them. I have in fact invited them to audit our financial systems later this month. We understand the impact and role played by the county motor vehicle fleet and in the service delivery. To this end, we have reshuffled the team after conducting due diligence on their work. The fleet unit will be revamped and strengthened by reviewing the existing machinery and equipment and refined ways of improving productivity. Additionally, members, I appointed a task force to check on development projects in the last financial year to identify the problematic projects and measures to address them. The report is attached to this address. You have the opportunity to look at them so that we can work together on why these projects have stalled. Strategic partnerships in program is critical in delivering the development aspirations of the people of Makueni. 2 weeks ago, we had consultative sessions with national government agencies, including KEMSA, KERA, the county commissioner, and the national government heads of every department in the county. This is in addition to a consultative session we had with all development partners working in Makueni. I'm delighted to inform you that this House, that we have agreed to form a caucus that will be meeting biannually. Indeed, our engagements are a movement in the right direction. We are hopeful for a better future, working with all stakeholders, including the civil society, faith-based organizations, and community-based organizations in order to enhance efficient service delivery. I'm happy to report that last week we received a consignment of essential medicines and medical supply worth 84 million shillings for the first quarter of financial year 2022-2023 and are already delivered to our 238 public facilities as well as 18 faith-based dispensaries. Some of the essential drugs are yet to be delivered, but we are hopeful they will be delivered soon. Following numerous complaints by residents of Makueni On pilferage and shortages in the past, we have designed and procured a platform to ensure drugs and commodities reach the people of Makueni. In conjunction with the sub-county administrators, we have begun tracking and reporting delivery to health centers countrywide. I have personally received feedback from residents noting that their health centers now have the important medicines. In a few days, we will be in a position to monitor the use of our drugs in at least 12 hospitals in the county. The rest will be automated in due course. Mr. Speaker, sir, innovation in service delivery. We have initiated drugs commodities automation to increase efficiency in the management of health commodity supply chain. This shall enable faster turnaround time for quantification, ordering, and distribution of health products and technologies to ensure continuous availability. In partnership with KEMSA, we shall link all health facilities into an electronic proof of delivery application for ease of monitoring last mile deliveries and enabling end-to-end visibility of health commodity supply chain. We have started a unique scheme, ladies and gentlemen and members of this House, referred to as reverse referral services, where special doctors in the headquarters visit health facilities in the sub-counties to provide support and supervision to health facilities. To date, the team has visited Mboni and Kilome sub-counties. I expect this to be done every week without fail. The third cycle of devolution is based on the consolidation of gains, lessons, challenges, and opportunities of the last two cycles. The people of Makueni want devolution that is characterized by stable, enabling, and effective institutions and systems. We must deliver socio-economic equity through developed service delivery, increase inclusion, improve access to social services, improve incomes at the household level. I will in due course establish a new service delivery unit. My quest for making devolution work is based on strengthening what worked well in the past cycle of devolution, revolutionizing what did not work, and what could have worked better for a better service delivery. Members, I am very keen on 5 sectors: health, education, agriculture, urban development, and water services, together with public financial management and intergovernmental relations, human resource management, and accountability. Mr. Speaker, sir, Wani Wakwekanesa and Innaugural, we have begun a robust program of re-engineering service delivery. This program aims at transforming the county public service for effective implementation of devolved functions by empowering the sub-county administrators and other decentralized units. I expect discipline, prudence, timely implementation of programs and projects, as well as synergy between staff at level of county public service. I have established 2 executive chief officers in the devolution docket in order to revamp, re-engineer, and the county administration offices. For far too long, these offices have been treated as political units. I will ensure they are transformed into service delivery centers. After establishing the county executive team, we'll be calling for the nomination of members to serve in the County Budget Economic Forum, pursuant to provisions of Section 137 of the Public Finance Management Act. These men and women will join the team already serving in various dockets to take up the agenda forward. Our citizens expect nothing less than results and synergy at the service delivery level. Members, we must therefore ensure and sustain coordination across all sectors at the decentralized units. We must adopt one government approach and break departmental silos to deliver results and services. Ulungalu, in my rallying call, is simply about prudent fiscal discipline. I assure the people of Makueni we will get value for money. I will continue to strengthen internal controls and systems, including the county and internal audit structures. Further, I have now established the Office of the County Budget Tracking and Delivery Unit in my office. This unit will drive performance improvements in critical service delivery, tracking of budget expenditure at every department, and tracking of every key sector, including innovative programs within water, agriculture, and health sectors. I am committed to enhancing adequacy, efficacy, equity, and reliability of county-owned source revenues. I'm putting in place various measures to strengthen the mobilization of on-source revenue, as I've stated herein before. Ladies and gentlemen and members of this House, the youth are a critical resource of our economy, accounting to 26% of the total population. This generation faces a myriad of challenges, including high employment levels, inadequate technical skills for the job market, weak representation in policy-making platforms, and limited access to credit by youth-run enterprises. Under my leadership, the youth of Makueni shall be empowered based on felt needs per category. They shall benefit from employment guarantee programs under the community-driven project programming, internship opportunities, amongst other youth empowerment programs. In my last 30 days in office, I have realized that departments work in silos. In selecting the new executive team, I have deliberately mainstreamed information technology as a central focus of our development agenda. My intention, members, is to have Makueni development, human resource, on-source revenue, and all our developments in one platform. Kwale and Bugoma have done it. There's no reason why Makueni should not do the same. I am dissatisfied that the health department runs its own systems without finance department having any peek into it. I'm certainly dissatisfied by the revenue collection systems for reasons I have disclosed to the revenue and finance teams. We must change it. Having served as your senator for the last 2 terms, I'm cognizant of the milestones, potential, and the dedication of the County Assembly on the legislative agenda. I seek to strengthen your work by through establishing and ensuring that you have resources, but I have now, in addition, established and appointed a member to serve as county attorney. This office will be the one that will protect our fundamental duties, but not limited to offering legal advice to yourselves and ourselves and preparing proposed legislation and policies to ensure they conform to the Constitution. I have forwarded the name of the candidate who was interviewed by the panel of eminent persons for your approval. And what is your role as I finish my speech, dear members? As we enter into the 3rd cycle of devolution, we look forward to deepen adherence to the doctrine of separation of powers in observance to the constitutionalism and the rule of law. This way, and without much interference from any arm of government, the executive will concentrate on delivery of service to Mwenende, while the House will concentrate on legislation and oversight. I urge you, members, to join hands, roll up your sleeves, and get to work. This does not mean compromising your roles and responsibilities to this assembly. However, we have a huge task and an excellent opportunity to set the bar high and become the best performing county in Kenya. Members, we hold the positions we do on behalf of future generations. Therefore, we must ensure a good story to tell them about our own contribution to Makueni long after we have retired. Further to this, in order to harness the strengths of various levels of government, I have pledged to establish the Makueni Leaders Development Caucus, consisting of the Office of the Governor, the Senator, Woman Representative, members of the National Assembly, and honorable members of the County Assembly. The main objective of this forum is to share development ideas and create a framework that will help to rapidly address the needs of the people of Makueni in a coordinated manner without duplicating efforts. Similarly, we will collaborate with our neighboring counties, Kitui and Machakos, through SECEP and other platforms to put synergy together, tackling challenges and maximizing opportunities that we have in common. We must be very deliberate in creating an enabling environment for investment by both the people of Makueni as well as our brothers and sisters from our neighboring counties. This assembly has a huge role in ensuring the requisite legal framework to facilitate the economic bloc. Let us engage with the citizens openly in discussion about government development agenda and embrace feedback from the public. Let us be accountable to the electorate. We have to now move forward towards citizen-led governance, where they will own and sustain the various development initiatives after we phase them out of implementation. This will ensure, for instance, that water projects continue serving residents beyond the 3 years life expectancy attached to this kind of initiatives. Allow me to reiterate that the executive and the assembly are not in competition. We serve the same people. We will ensure that we can resolve all disputes. We will ensure that we can resolve all our disputes, if any, before they escalate to the public domain. The leadership of this House must regularly meet the executive to iron out any emerging issues. In conclusion, development is complex that requires innovation, prudent use of resources, and patience as we address the unique challenges we have been facing. The needs in the county are massive and spread everywhere. My leadership team will require Solomonic wisdom to allocate resources across the sectors to address the serious deficiencies that Makueni has suffered since independence. In view of this, members, I urge the people of Makueni to be patient as we strive to delegate, as we strike the delicate balance between the very serious and pressing issues versus available resource. To protect the available resources that we receive from national government, we have instituted measures to enhance our own source revenue collection and continue to work with strategic partners willing to support our various programs running in the county. I wish to assure all our citizens that the trust that they have bestowed on us will be reciprocated with hard work and wawni work we can answer. In return, we ask the citizens to assume their civic duty of remaining actively involved in governance and being responsible custodians of development. Our commitment to work with all development partners, non-state actors, faith-based organizations, private sector and national government, state departments and agencies remains unwavering. In all our work, we will not leave anybody behind. Mr. Speaker, I wish to call upon the leaders and the people of Makueni to work together for the good of this county. The voters went to the ballot on 9th of August and gave us their choice of leaders. Regardless of which way they voted, we will all remain the people of Makueni who deserve good roads, clean water, healthcare, education, food and security. Let us set aside our differences and focus on delivering services to our people. For a day will come, not too far away, when we shall go back to the electorate to seek a fresh mandate. We should prepare to give a good account of ourselves when that time comes. The work starts now. I cannot finish this speech without mentioning the ongoing drought. Upon assuming office, I requested the county response team to prepare a report on the drought situation and mitigation thereof. The report is ready for transmission to the national government. We have factored the mitigation in the supplementary budget, and we have attached the report to this speech. The residents who elected us should not suffer. We must reduce on unnecessary expenses, travel, motor vehicle, etc., etc. Any development that can wait should wait. As you consider the supplementary budget, kindly take to account the following. We have pending bills of $1 billion on development, and another 403,000 on recurrent, and a shortfall of 463 million. We have to exercise prudence and focus on projects that can be completed in the next 6 months. Thank you, honorable members.
Honorable members, of the following directions to make, that the leader of the majority to lay the address on the table of the county assembly of the subsequent sitting of this county assembly. Honorable members, and Your Excellency the Governor, the time now being 15:48 hours, this assembly stands adjourned until tomorrow, Wednesday, 12th of October at 14:30 hours.